It's always been my interest.
I think it chose
me. One day, it bit me on the back of the neck and said, you should be a teacher. So I just started going through the motions, to do it. So I don't know if I chose. I think it chose me. Sometimes in life, you're like destined to do something, and it's either that or a superhero. This is the kind of job you can't do it unless you do enjoy it. It's the hardest job I've ever had. And I cleaned chains on an oil rig out in the North Sea when, younger. And this is the hardest job I've ever had. You have to like it because it's the pay sucks, and the reward comes usually later when like kids like you come back and say hi, how you doing? The other stuff of hanging out with the kids, that's the best part. Change every year, where it's almost like shedding new skin. You sort of start fresh. And part of my teaching style is that I can talk to you like a human being. I don't baby you. On some level, I think that's one of the reasons people like me. Kids like me is that I don't treat you like a baby. I actually think the hardest part is the parents. And the parents are wildly different, but there's still that, here they're on you all the time. And I think sometimes parents forget, having been in school, they seem kind of not tuned in to what we're doing, and they get all bent out of shape for no reason. I had this one parent come up to me and say, well, as long as my kid's not selling drugs, that's okay. Well, that's a pretty low bar. And so you have this sort of, they're not involved at all, or they're too involved. And I understand wanting to make sure your kid's doing well, but I think you ought to sort of be in tune with what the teacher's doing. Because I feel a lot where they're actually undermining what I do. And I don't think that's good for the kid or me. If you're a teacher that just takes the same old crap out every year and doesn't change it, But most teachers, they tend to look at their stuff and see what didn't work and kind of rework it and try to mush in new stuff and, always tweaking their curriculum. This is my 23rd year. Is it long for me? Yeah, I'm kind of old. I don't want to be the teacher that, farts in class and can't. I think you got to know when you got to leave something. We're human beings, teachers, and unfortunately, we don't take home with us the positive. We take home with us the negative. Meaning, like, if you hear from that one parent that hates everything you do, that's what you live with the rest of your life. You don't hear the 400 kids that bang on your back door and want to see you after they graduate. Unfortunately, I know I should, but you tend to sort of take home the crap, not the good stuff. But I know I'm not stupid. I know kids, learned a lot in my class. And, one of the things that makes teaching hard is you're more than one role. You're nurse, you're priest, your confessor, your coach, your teacher, your friend, your parent, you're all that. Not all of it to every kid, but you're all of that at some point.